Ngozi, wait, please, don't do this.
Stay back, Adana. Don't come closer.
Give me my baby, please.
I can't. The river wants her back. It's the only way.
She's innocent. She's just a baby. Mother, please don't do this. She's all I have left. Please.
Innocent? Your husband, my son, is dead. Your 2 boys dead. All because of her.
I know, Mama, but killing her won't bring them back.
She's cursed. The river gave her, and the river must take her back. What have I done?
My baby, Chioma!
The price has been paid, but the story is not yet finished.
What just happened? Is baby Chioma gone forever? Before we continue, please kindly hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Your love and support help us bring more interesting stories to your doorsteps. Comment yes or no. Would you accept a blessing with a terrible curse? Now, let's go back 20 years earlier. In Obodo village, southeastern Nigeria, lived a woman named Adana. For 15 years, she'd been married to Emeka but remained childless. In her community, a barren woman was worthless, pitied, mocked, judged. Adana endured it all. The whispers at the market, the cruel comparisons. But worst was her mother-in-law, Mama Bisi, who never let her forget she'd sailed to give the family an heir. One evening, Mama Bisi announced she'd found another wife for Emeka, a young woman named Ngozi who could bear children. Though Emeka refused, defending Adana with love, the damage was done. Adana's guilt consumed her. Her husband was sacrificing his dreams for her failure. But when love is the pillar, nothing can crack it wells. One fateful morning at the market, 2 women gossiped loud enough for Adana to hear. 15 years and no child. If not me, I would have allowed my husband to marry another wife. They laughed cruelly. Something snapped in Adana. She confronted them, her voice shaking with 15 years of pain. May you never know what it feels like to be judged so harshly for something beyond your control. The market fell silent. Embarrassed and overwhelmed, Adana ran straight to the Obodo River, the one place she'd always found peace. She collapsed on the riverbank, sobbing. What have I done to deserve this? My womb is like a desert. What kind of woman can't do the one thing women are supposed to do? Then, everything changed in that sorrowful moment. The air went cold. Birds stopped singing. The river quieted. And a voice, ancient, powerful, otherworldly, called her name. Adana. She froze in terror. Above the water, a shimmering form appeared, the river spirit, made of flowing water with glowing eyes, neither male nor female, but eternal. You seek a child, it asked. Yes, Adana gasped. Can you help me? I can, but every gift has a price. I'll pay it, whatever it is, just give me a child. The spirit's voice turned grave. In 9 moons, you will bear a daughter, beautiful, intelligent, beloved. But every man who falls in love with her will die. First your husband, then your sons, if you have any, then any man who seeks her hand. This is the price. Do you accept? Adana should have refused, but desperation clouds judgment. In that moment, consumed by shame and longing, she whispered the words that changed her life completely. I accept. Immediately, wind rose, Water swirled, strange energy passed through her body. Then she knew the deal was sealed. Adana ran home, her heart pounding with a mixture of terror and exhilaration. She pushed the spirit's warning to the back of her mind, refusing to think about it. Maybe nothing would actually happen. Maybe it had all been a hallucination. Maybe, just maybe. She was wrong. 3 months later, Adana discovered she was pregnant. The village celebrated with wildly. Mama Bisi danced with joy. Emeka couldn't stop smiling because he's going to be a father. 6 months later, on a humid night under a full moon, Adana gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, intelligent and charming. Chioma, she whispered, gazing at her perfect daughter. God is good. Emeka wept with happiness. Thank you, Ada. Thank you for this gift. The naming ceremony 3 weeks later was magnificent. Food, music, dancing, the whole village celebrating. But that night, the curse claimed its first victim. As the family slept, Emeka suddenly gasped for breath. He clutched his chest, eyes wide with fear and confusion. Ada, I can't breathe. Help! Adana screamed. Somebody help! Neighbors rushed in. Mama Bisi held her son's hand. The herbalist was summoned, but nothing could be done. Emeka died in Adana's arms. His last words, I love you. A healthy 35-year-old man dead with no explanation, except Adana knew. The river spirit had kept its word. The morning that followed was intense and overwhelming. The entire village came to pay their respects, to cry with the family, to try to make sense of this senseless tragedy. How could such a thing happen? Emeka had been healthy. He had shown no signs of illness. He had been laughing and celebrating just hours before. It was unnatural, it was wrong, and people began to whisper. Mama Bisi, consumed by grief, heard these whispers, and in her devastation, they took root in her mind like poisonous seeds. She began to look at baby Chioma differently. 3 days after the burial, Mama Bisi confronted Adana. What did you do? My son was healthy. Then that child comes and he dies. You went somewhere. You made a deal with dark powers. She pointed at baby Chioma. That child killed my son. She's cursed. Adana wanted to deny it, but couldn't, because it was true. At that very moment, she was so confused, not knowing what to do. The only sounds that keep repeating in her head was her husband's last word and voice that cursed his death. Every man that loved her will die. After Emeka's death, Adana had conceived again. She gave birth to 2 sons, Chidi and Obina. For a while, despite the tragedy, life continued. Chioma grew into a beautiful child with an otherworldly glow. Her brothers adored her. Then, when Chidi turned 13, he drowned in the Obodo River. 2 years later, Obina died in his sleep at 15. No explanation for either death. The curse continued. By 18, Chioma was a pariah. The village called her Ogba Njingwanyi, the cursed beautiful woman who kills men. Mothers pulled their sons away. She had no friends, no future, no hope. Chioma didn't know why. Adana had never told her the truth. Then, one evening, Adana and Chioma in their compound. Mother, what have I done bad in this village? Am I really a cursed child? Why is everyone avoiding me? Just when Adana wanted to say something, a young man named Chike came to their compound. Greetings, mother. I came to speak with your daughter, Chike said respectfully. No, Adana panicked. You need to stay away. I'm not afraid of rumors. This isn't superstition. Please, for your own good, stay away. But Chike turned to Chioma. I know what the village says, but I see a good person treated unfairly. I'm not afraid. I'd like to know you. Chioma's eyes filled with tears. No one had shown her kindness in years. That night, after Chike had left with a promise to return the next day,
Adana made a decision. Chioma deserved the truth. In their small hut, lit by a single lantern, Adana confessed everything. The 15 years of barrenness, the river spirit, the terrible bargain, the curse that killed Emeka and the boys. You? Chioma screamed. You cursed me? My own mother? I was desperate. Everyone said I was useless. I just wanted to be a mother. Papa died because of me. My brothers died because of me. I've been alone my entire life because of a choice you made. I know. I'm so sorry. Chioma stood abruptly. Chike is going to die unless I stop it. I'm going to that river tonight. I'm offering my life to break this curse. No! Chioma, no! You made your choice 18 years ago. Now I'm making mine.
Despite Adana's pleas, Chioma went to the river that stormy night. She stood at the water's edge and called out, "River spirit, show yourself. I am the cursed child. Show yourself now." After some minutes, the spirit appeared, shimmering above the turbulent water. "You've taken enough," Chioma shouted. "Take me, take my life and end this curse." The spirit studied her. "You will die for people you barely know? I will die so no one else suffers because of me." After a long silence, the spirit spoke. "You are brave. There is another way. What other way can you stop taking innocent life? Come live with me for 7 years beneath the river. You will be neither dead nor alive. The curse will sleep. After 7 years, if your heart remains pure, if you don't hate your mother, I will release you. The curse will be broken forever. And Chike will be safe. All men will be safe. Then I accept." Just then, Adana arrived screaming, "Chioma, no!" Chioma turned to her mother. "Mama, I forgive you. I understand now. You are desperate, and love makes us do desperate things. Tell Chike to wait for me. 7 years, I'll come back. I can't lose you too. I'm not living forever. I'll return, I promise. I love you, Mama." Chioma took the spirit's hand and walked into the glowing water. When it closed over her head, there was a flash of brilliant light. Then she was gone. Adana collapsed, screaming her daughter's name into the storm. 7 years underwater. Will Chioma survive? Drop a like and comment, "Come back" if you're invested in this story. Now, let's see what happens. 7 years passed. Adana aged rapidly, consumed by grief and guilt. But every single day, she went to the river and talked to the water. "Chioma, your mama is waiting. Chike is waiting." Chike proved faithful too. Despite family pressure, he refused to marry anyone else. He visited Adana regularly, and together they kept vigil. Even Mama Bisi, now very elderly, softened. She asked Adana for forgiveness, weeping over the cruel things she'd said. Then, exactly 7 years later at sunset, the river began to glow. Adana was at the river bank when the water started shimmering. Light appeared in the depths. The surface rippled in perfect circles. "Chioma," Adana whispered. The water parted, and Chioma emerged, looking exactly as she had 7 years before, glowing with ethereal beauty, wearing a white dress that flowed like water itself. "Mama," she said simply. They rushed together after 7 years of separation. "You came back! You really came back!" "Yes, Mama, I told you I would." Behind them, Chike came running. When he saw Chioma, he stopped, unable to believe his eyes. "You are real. I waited like you asked. I know. I saw you every day from beneath the water. It's over now. The curse is broken. We're free." 3 months later, Chioma and Chike were married in a ceremony the village would never forget.
It wasn't just a wedding, it was redemption made visible. Mama Bisi, frail in her wheelchair, blessed Chioma with tears. I called you cursed, but you sacrificed yourself to save others. That's not a curse, that's grace. 9 months later, Chioma gave birth to a baby boy. Adana held her grandson with tears streaming down her face. What will you name him? She asked. You should choose, Mama. You are his grandmother. Adana looked at the perfect baby and smiled. Emeka, let him carry his grandfather's name. Let love and life continue. Over the next years, Chioma had 3 more children. Adana lived to see all 4 grandchildren, redemption she never thought possible. When Adana's health finally failed, Chioma stayed by her side constantly. Surrounded by family, Adana took her final breaths in peace. I made a terrible choice, she whispered, but God used even my mistake to teach us about grace. You gave me life, Mama. Despite everything, I'm grateful. I wouldn't change a thing. Thank you for forgiving me, for loving me despite everything. Always, Mama, always. Adana closed her eyes for the last time, a smile on her face. She had been desperate once, and that desperation led to terrible consequences. But in the end, grace had transformed everything. The funeral was attended by the entire village, not just to mourn, but to celebrate a story of redemption. Years later, when Chioma herself was old and grey, surrounded by 3 generations, she told them the story one final time. Your great-grandmother loved me so much that she was willing to pay any price to bring me into this world. Yes, that price was terrible, but it also taught us the most important lesson, that love, real, sacrificial love, is more powerful than any curse. She looked over her descendants, a whole family tree that existed because of one desperate woman's impossible choice. Remember this, we all face moments of desperation. Sometimes we make wrong choices, but that's not the end, because grace is always possible, redemption is always available, and love can transform even curses into blessings. The Obodo River still flows today, eternal and mysterious, reminding us that life moves on, grace is real, and redemption is always possible. This story reminds us that no curse is stronger than love, and grace can transform our worst mistakes into something beautiful.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like and comment for more deep stories.